The sustain. Hey everybody, Travis Bowman here. I'm an international award-winning fingerstyle guitar player and retro video game nerd, and it's a new guitar day today. We don't get these very often, but I'm super excited about this one. This is a custom guitar by my friend Jeff Jewitt in Cleveland, Ohio, and when I say custom, I mean exactly that. You know, this isn't a guitar that you go to the store and buy. This gentleman handcrafted this guitar. So let's bust it on out. I'm super excited to reveal this. This is a long time coming. Let's take a look at the Jeff Jewitt guitar. Here it is. Oh, what a gorgeous instrument by Jeff Jewitt. So let's talk specs for a second here. We've got a Sinker redwood top. Really warm sounding top there. The figuring on it is just gorgeous, man. It is such a beautiful piece of tone wood on that top there. And on the back, we have Wenge back inside. It's really chocolatey, sort of earthy looking wood back there, Wenge. And we've got some various custom options on this guitar that Jeff and I talked about, and Matt Thomas as well. Thank you, Matt Thomas, for everything that you've done to help me out. So actually made the connection to Jeff from my good friend Matt Thomas, and he was really the spark that got Jeff and I together to do this. So okay, we've got this really nice cutaway there, really sharp cutaway right there. It sits on the lap just nice, and we've got some really nice green going on in the background, and I guess the foreground of this guitar. You can kind of see it right there on that 12th fret, and we've got some of those green dots there across the fretboard. And I'll try to get you from this angle. Lighting's not the best, but you can see I've got those green dots right there going along the fretboard for just me, so I can see, because I'm kind of blind. But this green is just gorgeous. And I'll try to get some external shots later so you guys can really take in the detail of this. But on the back, we've got some spalted maple. And you can see this little artwork right there. This is kind of a theme throughout the guitar. We've got it on the back there, in the back center as well. And the rosette is super detailed as well. This is just such a fine handcrafted instrument. We've got an arm bevel over here for comfort, which is really nice. And we've also got another hole in the guitar. We got a sound port right there, so that sound that comes out of the guitar will not only infect your ears, but it's also going to jump up into my face as well, which is always a good plus. I absolutely love this guitar, man. It is like no other guitar I've ever played. If you've never played a handcrafted instrument, you're really missing out. You know, there's a lot of people out there that think that Martin and Taylor are the best guitars you can buy, and not even close, man. They're great guitars, don't get me wrong, but it's not even close. This is such a beautiful handcrafted instrument, and I'm going to play it for you guys here in a second. But we got some of these custom tuners as well. I'm really going to have to do some work on these external shots to get these close up so you can see this detail. You can see something right there, dead center. That is the Dreamcast logo, the Sega Dreamcast logo in green to match the rest of the guitar. And it is absolutely gorgeous, man. Like that's the one custom thing that I was really wanting. I wanted to throw some nerdy stuff on here at some point. And Jeff went out of his way, and we've got that inlay right there on the top with that Dreamcast logo. What a gorgeous instrument, man. And the thing about it is, the more I look at it and the more time that I spend with it, the more detail I'm seeing. So, for example, we've got this Ziricote bridge that he crafted himself. He built that from scratch. In fact, pretty much everything except for the tuner buttons and the tuners themselves, he pretty much did by hand. You know, we had an external source help us with some of this inlay right there. But other than that, man, he built this whole thing, the neck, the body, every single bit of this by himself. So it's super special, man. And the sound, good God Almighty. Let's take a listen to this thing. The sustain. The sustain. Wow. It is unreal how well balanced. going and going and going. My God, what a beautiful instrument this is. I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love with this instrument. Nobody has ever made me a custom guitar before. This is the first time. At 32 years of age, I finally have a custom guitar built to my specifications. This is set up to be played as a fingerstyle guitar, which is really nice. The neck is super thin back here. It's not like a baseball bat like some of those Gibson guitars are. And the spacing is set up just right to be perfect for fingerstyle. A lot of those guitars will have some spacing that's real close together. Not this one. This is very, very comfortable to do some of these fingerstyle runs like that. It is so comfortable to play. I can't say enough good things about this guitar. The build actually started in March of this year, and now it's early July, and I have it in my hands. So I'm so grateful to Jeff for dedicating all of his time and effort and putting his blood, sweat, and tears into crafting such an instrument like this. Can you imagine how much it takes as far as like knowledge, willpower, all that stuff to handcraft a guitar and make it look and sound this good? It's insane. It really is insane. And on my channel, we've got some videos of him actually building the guitar in little snippets, so you can check that out if it interests you. I think it's really fascinating. To see this guitar basically look like just a box of wood and then have it turn out to be something like this is really, really incredible. I really appreciate you guys being a fan of my channel. If you've been here long enough, then you know that I'm a guitar player first, and I do the retro stuff on the side just for fun. The video game music is where I come from. You know, I'm a fingerstyle guitar player heavily influenced by Andy McKee, Antoine Dufour, Don Ross, those kinds of guys. But my heart lies with the video game music. It's so much fun to arrange that stuff for one guitar. So let me give you an example of how this guitar is going to sound and react differently than any other guitar, like your plain Jane Taylor or Martin, something like that. You know, not to knock those guitars down into the ground, but they're two different things. There are two different things. When you have a luthier that's spending a lot of time in voicing the guitar, just the top alone, there are so many things that you can do to bring out different voices. And I don't know if you guys have heard the term opening up before, but that just means that this guitar is still thinking that it's a tree, and it's starting to lean into becoming a guitar. Now, this guitar was completed not that long ago, so it still has some growing up to do, so to speak. If it's going to continue to sound something like this, then I'm in good hands. I am in good hands with this instrument. So I'm working on an arrangement of a Castlevania tune, specifically the opening level from Castlevania Bloodlines on the Sega Genesis. But at the end of the tune, when it's about to repeat again, it does this little move right here. So that's kind of difficult to reach, to hit that 12th fret. And I really want that same sort of sound, but then I have to get back down here and do the rest of the tune. So what I've found out, and it's just on this guitar, I've tried it on other guitars that I own, and it's not the same. The resonance of this instrument and the sustain is unlike anything else, so much so that it's opened up my world to do arrangements in ways that I never could before. Here's how I would normally do it. So that's fine. Check out if I just play the open string instead of reaching all the way back here to get this 12th fret there. Do you hear how that just carried on by itself? And it's so loud too, man. That's the thing about this guitar that I'm really, really loving, is the volume of it. It's not a big jumbo guitar either. It's extremely loud for what it is, which is insane to me. Check out that low end too. I just wanted to show off this new guitar and thank you to Jeff for putting this together. I'll put links in the description so you can check out more of his work. What a master of his craft, man. Jeff, he doesn't mess around, so he says. That's his catchphrase. It's like when I compliment him, I say, "Man, that's a great thing that you did there. I love that." And he goes, "Well, I don't mess around." And he sure doesn't. He sure doesn't. He didn't mess around. I cannot believe that he got this instrument put together in between March and July of this year. That's extremely fast, but he doesn't mess around. So, big thank you to Jeff. You're going to be seeing a lot more of this guitar. I'm going to do a lot more performance videos. In fact, I've been kind of lacking on the guitar content on YouTube just because I've been saving everything for this guy right here. And now the time has come. Now we're going to hear some beautiful music from this wonderful Jeff Jewitt guitar that is now mine. So thank you to Jeff Jewitt. Thanks, Matt Thomas. And thank you guys so much for being subscribed to me. I really do appreciate that. If you have any requests for video game songs or just songs in general, now's a good time to request those in the comment section below. I really appreciate you guys being a part of this, and I'm excited to continue making some music for you guys. So thanks very much. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.